Well, thank you very much, Chairperson. Honorable Minister, I think I'm going to start by saying that so that people don't think I'm a MK member. What I'm wearing, I am actually wearing a design by a local businessman in Rustenburg, Mr. Ramafoko. Ramafoko, and he owns the business called Three Rams. I'm also drinking out of the cup that his business makes. And the reason why is because, Minister, I want to reassure you of my intention. I'm not trying to score any points. I'm here because the chairpersons that you appoint affects businesses of Black South Africans, colored South Africans, Indian South Africans, white South African young people. And so it's very imperative that we do this process right. So that is my motivation, just so that you know. Secondly, you have spent a lot of time dealing with the constitutionalism around the appointment of those that are politically associated, that it's not illegal to do that. I want to reassure you that I agree with you. It's not illegal, so it can be done. Then also, the qualifications of the appointees or the previous appointees. You have shown that they are qualified. And so that part of the process of not depriving people based on their political affiliation, the qualifications, that part of the process clearly seems to be perfect and above reproach. My question to you is, are you 100% sure the entire process of appointing CETA chairpersons was perfect and above reproach? Beyond, above, same thing.
Thank you so much, Honorable Soul. That's what I can say. One did not anticipate the outcry from the society, to be honest, because what I sticked on is the criteria and the application of the act. That's what the mandate that I gave to the independent panel that was overseeing the process. So after seeing that or observing that there is an outcry, as a responsible citizen, as a public representative, I had to act and respond to their outcries. That's why now when we reopen the process, we are going to take all those issues that they've raised into consideration. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Are you aware that Government Gazette number 34249 of the 26th of April 2011, regulations for matters relating to the accounting authority of CETA, uses the word independent chairperson in interpreting Section 11 of the Act? Are you aware?
To be honest, I haven't looked at the Government Gazette of 2016.
I have.
I have to be honest here.
I have, and I put it to you for the sake of progress.
Not this one. I would love to get the copy so that
okay. Yes. I put it to you that said regulation speaks of independent chairpersons. What is your understanding of independent chairpersons? Just off the cuff.
When I think of the word independent, it is quite broad. Depends on which angle are you going to approach it. I'm not sure whether the angle that I'm going to use is it going to achieve your expectations. For me, the independent part of it is to say the person has to exercise his or her fiduciary duties with distinction. There should be no conflict of interest. The person must be guided and adhere to the constitutional obligations as well as the Skills Development Act. Thank you.
For the record, is every single person on that previous list independent based on your definition?
Because in terms of be it a person is implicated or is allegation or was arrested or has a criminal record, my determination was based on the vetting report that I received. So it made me to be comfortable that indeed the process is independent, because amongst the measures that I said I'm going to put as the minister is to sign a service level agreement with those chairs and to indicate that they must not do any business within the sector.
The process might have been independent. I'm asking, are you, based on your definition of independent chairperson, are you 100% sure that every single person on that previous list of appointees are independent chairpersons based on your definition, not mine?
Yes, for me, I could safely say they were, because they are no longer there, they were independent, as they knew that amongst the issues that we would commit or sign with them is to say they are not going to do any business within the sector.
Are you sure?
Can't be sure, but we have measures that we have put in place to assess. Sure. We have measures that we have put in place to make sure that they do comply with the service level agreement.
Honourable Minister,
they do comply.
With respect, you said you can't be sure. Are you saying that you're not sure? You started your response by saying, I can't be sure, close quote. Are you saying that you are not sure?
Basically, what I'm saying, in terms of the reports that I received, I was comfortable and confident that the process was beyond reproach and those chairpersons are independent. You know, sometimes you appoint a person and the person meets the criteria. You wouldn't know what a person is capable of. Then what helps you is to put measures in place, internal measures, to make sure that no one contravenes with any legislation and the person also signs a declaration of interest. So that's what I covered myself with. I don't know what is it that they could do beyond that, because I can't put my head on the rock and say I'm 100% sure that they wouldn't.
In your definition, you mentioned one of the items that you mentioned was conflict of interest. That is not something for future. It's something that you predetermine to the point of consideration.
Yeah,
So then when you say independent in that sense, you are saying, just on that point, you are saying at the point of appointing them, you are sure they are independent as it relates to conflict of interest. Yes. So you are 100% sure that they are independent.
Yes, but beyond that, I wouldn't.
All right. You are sure. All right. Do you still maintain that the entire process was beyond reproach and perfect?
In terms of legislative imperative,
independent chairperson
complied with each and every piece of legislation and requirements by regulation.
Okay.
But then additionally, it's my responsibility as a public representative to listen to what people are saying. When they say the recommended list is politically bloated, I had to respond. That's the only matter that made me to then say I want to review the process.
Okay. I just put to you another element to consider, which is the independence of the chairperson. Okay. The second one is, are you aware of the insertion of Section 11, capital letter A, and Section 11, capital letter B in the Skills Development Act. Are you aware? Are you aware?
Yeah, this is Section 11(1)(a).
Capital A. The insertion, the Principal Act only has Section 11, subsection A, B, etc. Then the amendment added the insertion of 11 capital A, 11 capital B. Are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware, but I don't have a copy, unfortunately, now, because with my presentation, I only focused on Section 11,
That's
1A.
okay.
Yes. Where's,
This section,
where's-
the section that we are referring to is called the eligibility section. The eligibility section demands of the candidates to have specific character qualities. You can trust me, Honorable
Sorry, I'm going
Minister.
to open. I know, I'm a seed.
That's okay, but you can. It's just I'm worried about my time, but you can trust me. The eligibility clause deals specifically with character qualities now, not just education, not just political affiliation, but character qualities. It calls for people found to be involved in theft, fraud, even acts of dishonesty. The word dishonesty is even there, to be disqualified from appointment. Is there anyone on the previous list of appointees who has been charged with or officially said to have been involved in acts of dishonesty like bribery or any form of corruption?
As I indicated, Honorable Saul, I only relied on the vetting report. I did not interview each and every person that was recommended, because it's beyond my obligation. So I rely on an independent vetting company to actually provide those services on behalf of the department.
Honorable Minister, you are the one throughout the meeting who wanted to make us understand it is you who appoints.
Yes.
Then you wanted to make us understand, because it's not just in your individual capacity. You are not as an individual capable of doing all of that yourself. You have then a voluntary panel that assists you. And this makes us understand that you will now make sure of all these questionable things. So you cannot now say that you don't know, you just take the vetting report and then you gave me the impression. That's why I'm not asking about the secret panel. Because for me, it's like, well, if it helps you to get to the detail, if that panel helps you to get to the detail, that is great. Then you should know whether someone as part of that list has been charged or not.
Should I come?
Yes, please, Minister.
Yes. I think maybe, Honorable Saul, you are referring to 11A on eligibility D. Is it? I'm going to make a reference. Unfortunately, the majority of them I don't know. I only know one person. Not that I got that from the vetting report, because the person was cleared. I had to make a follow-up from the vetting team that was giving me the report to say, this is a report, Minister. To say, so did it clear? One of the people that were recommended is Mr. Mike Mabuyakulu, because I'm from KZ and I know him, that he was once arrested, charged for some criminal activities, as much as I do not know the details. And then what I picked up from that report, because I saw it, is that the case was closed and he was cleared. So he's the only person that I know of, not through the report. It's because I know, hence I'm from KwaZulu-Natal.
And you don't feel that that's reason to question eligibility?
I think this one is more technical in terms of legal terms, because my understanding is that if somebody has been cleared, he has been cleared by the court of law. So who am I to then argue or challenge the court of law to say this person has been cleared? You know,
I'm not saying specifically the individual. I'm testing your disposition.
I want to speak about this, something that I know. I don't want to generalize, because I know that one.
But I'm trying.
Others, unfortunately, if they do have some issues, I don't know.
I'm trying to decipher your posture in assessment, not necessarily the individual that has been cleared. I'm trying to posture your posture. When you look at a situation, do you say, oh, clear, tick? You don't look deeper into what 11A and B requires. To say, look deeper into the character qualities of these chairpersons you can appoint. The law wants you to do that, not just clear it.
No,
is it true? Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
No, I must take your note. It is assisting us, hence we have reopened the process, maybe to also dig deeper and also cover the aspects that you are raising. It's helping. In fact, it is empowering us as the ministry.
You have just indirectly conceded that you're now spotting some flaws.
Yes, because of the issue that you are raising to reflect on 11A.
All right. So I'll leave it there.
Capital letter A to F. Yes.
All right. I'll leave it there.
Yes.
And continue. For clarity, you said that the reason there was unequal race appointments was because 0 colored South Africans, 0 Indian South Africans, and 0 white South Africans was nominated or applied. Is that correct?
It's correct only with the chairs, but with the AAs, we are good. Which when we bring to the attention of the portfolio committee, the AAs.
So with the chairs, nobody.
Yes. I'm hoping this time around all of us are going to go out and encourage them to be nominated, or we are going to go out and ask relevant sectors to nominate them.
All right.
The only person that applied was the chairperson, the previous chairperson of Health and Welfare. Unfortunately, she couldn't meet the criteria, or was nominated, not applied.
All right. On your media statement dated the 16th of May 2025, you commit to the nation that when it comes to preference and equity, you are going to specifically look at race, gender, youth, people with disabilities. You include race, I quote, in the government gazette that you've released calling for the reopening for nominations. You expressly exclude race. You only have gender, youth, and persons with disabilities. What is the reason for not having race in the official government gazette?
Maybe if I can respond to this one is because when I looked at the constitution, because that one was a gazette, at least that one, the first one was a statement. The Constitution of the Republic of South Africa prohibits unfair discrimination on the grounds of race. So it was not easy for me to just put race on a government gazette. Hence, the Constitution prohibits.
No, for equity, you are saying the Constitution allows you to have preference for equity, to look at racial balance. That's the reason why you have it on the statement that you're talking to South Africans.
Yeah.
It is untrue to say that you are not allowed by law to say race in a government gazette. When I looked at, Honorable Minister.
When I looked at the Constitution, it says it is only a relevant factor in some context, in particular in addressing the imbalances of the past. So
You
when you
said
look
that.
at it and try to
But
interpret
that's what
it,
you said.
when you bring, I'm making an example, white people, you cannot say you are addressing the imbalances of the past.
Okay, colored people.
However, I'm reaching out to various organizations, the colored community, as I've mentioned earlier on, the organized white people organizations, and through the business chamber to say, good people, please try to encourage them to be nominated. I also spoke to Outer as well
Honourable Minister,
to say,
I
also
agree with
spoke
you.
to various executives,
Hear my
cabinet
question.
ministers who are here.
Please hear my
say,
question. I agree with you. That call that you are making for all races to come requires you to put the word race in the government gazette. Do you agree?
I have to get a legal opinion. I don't want to say I agree or disagree.
Did you get a
unfortunately.
legal opinion to put the word race in your media statement?
No, I did not.
Yet you put it in your media statement. Why?
I felt I must put it.
You don't feel you must put it in the government gazette?
No, not that we were trying to deprive other races to be part of this process. That's why I'm even saying to you,
Minister.
I'm even reaching out, speaking to various organized races that we have in the country. I'm reaching out to everyone to
Minister.
say, good people, let's try to make sure that this process becomes
wanna implore-
inclusive at the end of the day.
My intention is not to embarrass you. My intention is not to, I said it at the beginning, but I am asking for honesty. I am asking, let's agree and let's take accountability if we've done wrong. You now have a second opportunity to correct this. You have not excluded race because you want to. You are now positioning yourself to the nation as 1 minute I want to add race, the next I don't want to. I need a legal opinion. So what I'm imploring you to do, Honourable Minister, what I'm imploring you to do, take accountability. Say there's race in your media statement and you meant it because you want to include all races.
Yeah.
And you accept accountability that the word race is excluded in the official government gazette, and you will fix it.
I will do, Honorable Saul.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Based on that concession, would you now agree that the entire process was not perfect and above reproach based on your concessions now?
No, these concessions does not invalidate the process, because what guides the minister in terms of appointing AAs is the Skills Development Act.
Okay, so I conclude.
So I followed all the requirements as made in the Skills Development
Okay,
Act.
so I conclude.
However, I am going to consider the issues that you have raised here.
Okay.
I am going to speak to my team to also remove the gazette that we have advertised yesterday and put this one, because we want to make sure that
Yes.
this process becomes inclusive as much as we could.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank
I
you, sir.
put it to you, even though that you have admitted to the flaws, and by virtue of the fact that there are flaws that you conceded to, that makes the process not perfect. That makes the process not above reproach. May I just have your focus this one, because I'm concluding.
It is confusing me.
Yeah.
It's showing me what I spoke on already, Honorable Saul.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Because I'm concluding. And I'd like you to hear this, to say that because of that concession, I put it to you that the process has been flawed. I'm glad that you're committing to fix it. And I want to remind you, Honourable Minister, you're not fixing it for you. You're not fixing it for the panel, not for me. You're fixing it for young black businessmen and women like 3 Rams, Mr. Ramafoko. I thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Lonzi. I suppressed you when you wanted to call order because I wanted Honorable Sauls to finish. You can come in.
No, Chair, I think you also addressed this when you started the meeting. I just wanted you to emphasize it. There's a lot of chit-chat that takes place between the minister and the DG and the team whilst we're asking questions. And then when she doesn't answer our questions, she becomes frustrated, but it's because she can't hear them. She's chatting. So I know you addressed the Chair, but please re-emphasize this is a very important process. Can the minister listen and pay attention? Thank you, Chair.
No, thanks. They keep going to her ear. I was going to suggest, Minister, that maybe we bring the advisor next to you and not the DG. The DG, even when he's next to you, he speaks loud. Even when I'm here, I'm trying to listen to the question. I keep on hearing, and I always say to members, we can talk on WhatsApp. See? On WhatsApp, it's very quiet. You just type quickly and say, this is the question. Please, colleagues from the department, I think it sometimes distract the members when they're asking a question, looking at the minister to see if their question is making sense, and the minister is not concentrating and listening to the question. It also disrupt the members. Honorable Kabo. So let's improve, colleagues. Honorable Kabo.